Hey there, fire friends. I hope you're doing lovely. Thank you for joining me for another group session. So if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, these messages will be for you. Now, friends, if you haven't joined me for a group session before, all good. Just understand not all messages will resonate, and that's totally fine. If you need a private session, please check me out at my website, kellyfergusonreadings.com. And for all of you who have been interested in mediumship and learning how to do this, my mediumship workshop is coming up. It's going to be a 2-day workshop for beginners and intermediates. No experience required, but this is going to be an amazing workshop. So if you're looking to communicate with your loved ones and learn how to do this, you don't want to miss that out. You don't want to miss out on that, okay? And of course, friends, if you like these messages, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, fire signs, we're going to look at your animal spirit guides this week, okay? So I'm going to look at I'm going to pull one card to figure out what's kind of going on for you guys right now, and then we're going to look at your spirit guides and animal spirit messengers that want to help you, and we're going to run the medicine wheel to see how we need to balance you out and how let you move forward. So, fire friends, please. Fire friends, what do we need to look at? What's the overall energies going on for our fire signs? What do we need to look at for them? Boom. Okay, so 2 of Pentacles. Now, with the 2 of Pentacles, this is usually talking about either money or career, or feeling like you're really busy right now, feeling like you don't have your eyes on the prize. Maybe you're trying to balance a whole bunch of things at once, and as a result, you're having trouble keeping everything together, okay? And this is also telling me that you maybe feel out of sorts as a result of all of this, and I can understand that, right? When you got a lot on your plate and there's a lot of things moving and things that you're trying to change, it can be very difficult to find calmness and peace in the process. So let's take a look at what animal guardians or animal spirit guides are here to help you along your way. Fire signs, please. Animal guardians, please. Fire signs, boom. Holy smokes. What do we got? What do we got? So we got 3, but let me just take a look here. Yeah. So first of all, for you, we have antelope and decisiveness, okay? And what this says is make a decision and take appropriate action, okay? Now this card, when it comes through, isn't really about saying, okay, just pick one thing and that's it, leave everything else behind. But what it does talk about is being discerning and making decisions and moving forward. So for example, if you're in a place of confusion where you don't really see the forest through the trees, this isn't about keeping everything still and just waiting to see what's gonna happen. This is about understanding that you have to move the energy yourself. You have to take ownership of this. And that's not saying you haven't been taking ownership. You have been. You've been trying to work things really well. But not everything is going to fit here. So what this is really talking about is saying we have to keep moving. If you want to clear the energy, you have to keep moving. And if things don't always make sense, sometimes you have to just take a couple steps first and then things flow and fall into place. But doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? That's the definition of insanity right there, okay? So make some decisions and start taking some steps in that direction so that you can change the energy and see different things come to you, okay? Now, the other card that I had come out here was Elephant and Resolve, which is lovely. And it says, you will overcome any obstacles. And this is a beautiful, beautiful message for you right now, especially because there are some obstacles and things on your plate that you need to deal with, okay? So this is a lovely message saying that Spirit is watching, Spirit is guiding, and you're actually where you need to be, but now we need to, trim the fat, and we need to figure out what do we take with us and what don't we take with us. You're in a good place, fire signs, even though you've got a lot on your plate and it feels heavy. This card came out for you as well, Pelican and Forgiveness, and it says let go of your judgments. And I feel that for you, fire signs, you're judging yourself. Why don't I have this figured out yet? How come it hasn't all come clear? Why is this so hard, okay? This isn't about you being the bad person or not doing it right. It's about organizing yourself so that you can move forward, okay? You have a lovely energy about you that wants to get everything done, but fire signs, sometimes it's not always realistic to be carrying all of the weight all of the time, okay? Forgive yourself. I think that's a really important message for many fire signs there. So let's look at your medicine wheel and see how can we bring balance to you, first of all, because everything starts with you, fire signs. Always starts with you. Fire signs, please. What is our East direction animal? East direction animal energies for our beautiful fire signs. East direction, please. Here. This card has come out 3 times. 3 times. You need to stop allowing others to hurt you, okay? This is taking ownership of your emotions and also not being hard on yourself, because any fire sign I know is really good at, you know, looking at themselves and saying, I should have done this, I should have done that, okay? Sometimes it's not all about you being in control of everything and having to control everything. You're not responsible for the outcome of everything all the time. There are outside influences, okay? But don't beat yourself up. You are not the only one responsible. Take it easy on yourself. And I think it would also be really good for you to either take some rest time, or, you know, those times where you want to put your feet up and you're really good at not doing that a lot of times, fire signs, okay? So I think this is asking you to rest, not only in terms of giving yourself a break, if others are pushing you, allowing yourself to be realistic about what can you achieve right now in a healthy, balanced way, rather than rushing through everything. Because when you rush through things, you might achieve what you want, but if you're at the end of the race and you're like, and you have no energy to keep going, well, you're not really doing this in a balanced way, and you can't keep that energy up for a long time, right? You can't. Okay, so south direction for our fire signs, please. South direction, boom, there it is. Dolphin, check it out. So it's time to bring some joy and fun back into your life, fire signs. Even though you clearly have some stuff going on that you need to deal with, it doesn't have to be all work, no play all the time. So this is talking about listening to music, dancing, enjoying, going out in nature and enjoying the sounds of nature, okay? You are the one that can bring joy back into your life, but if you choose to put your nose to the grindstone all the time, well, guess what? That's what you're gonna get. Energy is where you feel like you're constantly working and have no play. You have to be the one who chooses peace and joy for yourself as well and takes the action steps to incorporate it into your life. Doesn't mean that you have to do this all the time, but you can't be working all the time and always focused on moving the needle, okay? You can't. Life is about balance, friends. Definitely about balance. West direction, animals, for our fire signs, please. West direction, please. Here. Wow. Spider, I'm seeing some repeated messages here. Spider energy speaks to your responses and how you respond to situations. So whether it's emotion, whether it is mental, whether it's thoughts that keep creeping up all the time, this is you being in control of your emotional responses, in charge of what you're speaking to others, and also how you're feeling, okay? Because there's lots of situations where you can feel out of control or feel like I should be doing better, or what if this person does this, or this person did this and that's how they solved it, you know, all that kind of stuff. This is saying steer your own ship, fire signs. You don't have to show up to every fight that you are invited to. You don't have to explore every single avenue or every thought that comes to you. This is about mostly staying calm, because when you are calm, you are in control. The best fighter is never angry, right, fire signs? And I know you're not fighting anybody. Really, it's a fight inside. It's a fight with yourself. It's a fight to, you know, am I good enough? Am I gonna get there? How come I haven't gotten there yet? Give yourself a break, fire signs, okay? You're good, but you don't have to freak out whenever something doesn't go your way, or if it's not along the path that you would like it to be, okay? Assess the situation, reevaluate, and bring yourself back to calm and peace as much as you can, because when we're at calm and we're at peace, we see things a lot clearer. North direction for our fire signs, please. North direction, Badger. Yeah, you got to clean up those thoughts. Badger. So Badger energy is Badger's a little OCD for me, okay? Badger, if you think about her nature, her den will be spotless, right? And there's a lot of plant medicine associated with Badger as well. So this is telling you, just like Spider, clean up what's going on in here, all right? Don't overthink the process. If there's stuff in your brain that you know isn't going to help get you to where you want to be, don't toss it around anymore. And our brain will remind us of these things, okay? Our brain and our ego does that all the time. Reminds us of things that are scary, or reminds us of, oh, well, if you don't do this, this would happen. Oh no, look out. But if you are responding to every little thought that shows up in your head, then you are disorganized and you're cluttering up your brain, okay? And that's what this looks like, okay? So, clean house. And don't beat yourself up for having negative thoughts. it's not even your fault to have negative thoughts. It's the world that we sit in. It's your ego speaking to you. It's the polarity of if you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. But once you know what you don't want, don't hold on to it. Clean house, fire signs, okay? You have to be responsible for your own thinking and your own thinking patterns, because what goes on here has the biggest impact about what goes on out there, right? It really does, fire signs. It really does. Okay, so if we tighten up our thoughts and our emotions, holy smokes. If we tighten up our thoughts and our emotions, then where will we go for our fire signs here? Those are really nice. Let me see, is there anything else though? Anything else for our fire signs if we keep in control of our thoughts and our emotions? Let's see what this is all about. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay, so first card that comes out for you guys is the Nine of Swords in reverse. So what this tells me is clarity comes to the mind and you're not stressing out anymore. You can sleep better at night. You're not tossing these thoughts around in your head and like whirling it through and what about this and what about this? I make the decision, we're done, right? Not holding on to it, cleaning house. So this tells me the stress goes down. You're not overthinking the process anymore. And then you have clarity with the King of Swords, okay? Nine of Swords in reverse. Now we're up leveling to the King. I know what I want. I've got a plan. I'm following my plan. And I love how he's got the hawk here as well, which talks about clairvoyance and moving forward and seeing into the future, okay? Huge. And then here you are, fire signs, King of Wands. You come back into your own power. You have the knowledge, you straighten it out, and now you're like, yeah, this is me. This is the regular me. I know what I'm doing and I'm in charge of this ship again, right? Then we have the Fool. You moving forward. You have the information and now you've got your fire and your passion back. And so you start now making decisions based on what feels right to you rather than having all the proof in the pudding first before you take those steps. You find your fire again. I love it. And then we have the Six of Cups. Now, Six of Cups in this situation can signify that you're either connecting with people that you love and getting that nostalgic type feeling, but I feel what this means for most of you fire signs is that you start feeling like yourself again. You start feeling like I'm in my power. It's kind of like a temporary setback where you feel heavy and unsure of your steps, but then you get your clarity and you're like, oh yeah, I wasn't that far off the mark to begin with. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Fire signs, I hope that this reading helps make you feel better and to let you know that you are on the cusp of having really big breakthroughs. But the way that you're going to get yourself there is by not overthinking the process, by taking some much deserved rest and allowing the process to move through and not holding on to any of these negative thoughts that bottle up and weigh you down. Clean house, fire signs, and you're going to get exactly what you want. You're going to get back on track. That's your card right there. Fire signs, I hope this reading helped you, and if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you next week.